So the sad reality that we find ourselves in, it is Tuesday morning, June 17th, is that the only thing that is standing between the United States and war with Iran is Donald Trump's ego. Listen to the rhetoric that Bibi Netanyahu has been using in interviews. Almost every bit of it is directed at Donald Trump over the last few days. He has said repeatedly, Iran has said that their number one enemy is Donald Trump. He's making Trump feel important. He's like, Donald Trump talks of America first. It's going to end up being America dead, strongly implying that Iran is going to attack the United States. And Donald Trump can't let that happen. And almost everything he is saying in interviews is a direct appeal to Donald Trump's ego and narcissism in order to drag the United States into this conflict so that the United States will do what the United States always does, fight Israel's battles for it. And two things. I have obviously no love for the Iranian government. It's an authoritarian theocracy. The civilian population of Iran gets to vote on their president in presidential elections. The president has no power. The power rests with the Ayatollahs, and nobody votes on them. The civilian population of Iran, I believe, desperately wants to be free of the Ayatollahs. And it's up to them to do that. But, three things. This for Bibi Netanyahu, this is not about nuclear weapons. This is about regime change. He has wanted regime change in Israel for 30 years. He has talked about it incessantly for 30 years. And he has used the threat of an Iranian nuclear weapon as a way to emphasize that point. For 30 years, Iran has been 2 months away, according to Bibi Netanyahu. They're 2 months away from having a nuclear weapon. I mean, remember all of the shit that he said following 9/11, which he also said 9/11 was beneficial to Israel. He said that. You remember him showing up at the UN during that period of time, and he had that little graphic. He had a picture of a bomb with the fuse coming out of the top of it, and it was almost entirely colored red. And he was like, that's that little part that's not colored in red, that's how close Iran is to having a nuclear weapon. That was over 20 years ago. And he wants regime change, and he wants the United States to do it for him. And he's trying to goad Donald Trump into it by appealing to Donald Trump's ego and narcissism. And Donald Trump's ego and narcissism are the only things that are standing between us and a war with Iran. We tried regime change in Iraq. We tried regime change in Afghanistan. We fought the Taliban in Afghanistan for over 20 years, only to surrender the country to control of the Taliban. And that is not a statement on the men and women who served in uniform in our military in Iraq or in Afghanistan. You guys were hamstrung by your civilian leadership at every turn. I've never served, but I grew up in rural Ohio. I know a lot of people who did serve in both of those wars. The Iranian people deserve regime change, but it's got to come from them. It can't come from us yet again doing Israel's bidding. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. They're like the most toxic relative any of us have ever had. And we just keep going back. It's fucking the most toxic ex. It's fucking unreal. But we'll see how it develops today. Donald Trump met with his National Security Council overnight. I haven't seen any fresh reporting on what happened or what's going to happen. But we're moving all kinds of military assets into the region. And again, every single person who voted for Donald Trump in 2024, go fuck yourself.